The world is switching from oil to clean energy. Solar panels, wind turbines, electric vehicles, battery storage. Every government in the world has signed a climate target. Almost every piece of hardware required to reach those targets is made, processed, or controlled by one country. The green transition is real. China positioned itself to own it 30 years before anyone else noticed. Solar panels require polysilicon. Wind turbines require permanent magnets made from rare earth elements. Electric vehicles require lithium-ion batteries. Battery storage requires lithium, cobalt, and nickel. According to the International Energy Agency, China controls over 80% of solar panel manufacturing. China controls over 60% of wind turbine component production and over 75% of global battery cell manufacturing. This is not a coincidence. It is the result of a deliberate, decades-long industrial strategy. In 2006, China's government designated clean energy as a strategic industry. It offered state subsidies to solar manufacturers, land at low cost, and cheap government loans. Western solar companies in Germany, the United States, and Japan could not compete on price. By 2012, most had gone bankrupt. China's market share in solar manufacturing went from near zero in 2000 to over 80% today. The strategy was not hidden, it was published. Nobody acted on it. Rare earth elements, neodymium, dysprosium, praseodymium, are essential components of the permanent magnets in wind turbines. China controls approximately 85% of global rare earth processing. In 2010, China restricted rare earth exports in a territorial dispute with Japan. Japanese manufacturers who depended on Chinese rare earths faced immediate supply disruption. That event was a demonstration. A preview of a weapon that is now far more powerful than it was then. Contemporary Amperex Technology, CATL, is the world's largest battery manufacturer. It supplies batteries to Tesla, BMW, Volkswagen, and most major electric vehicle producers. CATL is Chinese. Its closest competitor, BYD, is also Chinese. Together they account for over 50% of global EV battery production. The batteries that power the cars sold by Western brands are largely made in China. Here's why processing control matters more than mining. Lithium is mined in Chile, Argentina, and Australia. But raw lithium ore cannot go into a battery. It must be refined into battery-grade lithium carbonate, or lithium hydroxide. That refining process requires specialist equipment and years of industrial investment. China built that capacity over 20 years, while everyone else was buying the finished product. Owning the mine matters. Owning the refinery is the power. China's clean energy dominance was not built by the market, it was built by the state. Chinese solar manufacturers received $50 billion in subsidies. The result was that Chinese companies could sell solar panels and batteries at prices that no Western manufacturer could match. The market did not choose China. In 2023, China exported 211 gigawatts of solar panels, more than the entire installed solar capacity of the European Union. There is currently no realistic path to net zero for most countries that does not involve a significant portion of Chinese-made clean energy hardware. The United States imposed tariffs on Chinese solar panels starting in 2012. The result? Chinese manufacturers moved production to Southeast Asia. The U.S. Inflation Reduction Act allocates $369 billion for clean energy. The gap between ambition and capacity is measured in years. In 2024, China restricted exports of technology for processing rare earth elements. It is not just restricting minerals, it is restricting the knowledge. While Western governments focus on domestic subsidies, China is executing a different strategy in the global south. The oil era was defined by whoever controlled the wells. The clean energy era is being defined by whoever controls the factories. The world is switching from one leash to another. Most governments are only now noticing. Most of them are already behind. Every system like this leaves a paper trail. Subscribe to Corporate Autopsy. Next case file drops soon.